Hey guys, I wanted to talk about a topic of being in the world, not of it. A great example is John chapter 17, verses 14 through 16. Jesus prays, I have given them your word, and the world has hated them because they are not of the world. Just as I am not of the world, I do not ask them to take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. They are not just of the world, just as I am not of the world. And what these verses are basically saying is Jesus is telling you to be in the world, but not of the world. Being of the world is being involved in social medias, being involved in things that people are fighting for, fighting in all these wars, hitting all these people, and doing all these things that are not acknowledging the greatness of God. Not necessarily things that you shouldn't just not be of the world and just not talk to anybody, but just not involve yourself into things that are not good, like things that are not biblical. You know, talking shit about a friend, talking bad about another person, hating people. Those things don't matter. At the end of the day, when people make mistakes and people are different, you realize that they're just trying. They're trying their hardest to be in the world, and some of them are falling and succumbing to being attached to the world and all the worldly desires that man has. And the thing is, when you pray for rain, you're going to have to deal with the mud. And what that means is when you ask for something from God and you're asking for a season of success, you're asking for a season of prosperity, you have to realize that great things don't come without a cost. Everything is a cost factor. Everything is going to cost you something. If you want to become very successful and rich, you have to sacrifice relationships. You have to sacrifice a lot of time. There's so many different things that people don't realize about wanting to progress in certain avenues and be better at certain things, that it takes a lot. And a thing that I always think about is, like, for example, Jeff Bezos. Do you think that he envisioned his company would be where it's at right now? Probably not. I mean, he originally started with the idea of selling books online. An online bookstore has turned into a global and economic powerhouse. It is like on the level of Walmart. Like, that's so crazy to think that he went from a bookstore to something where I can order a toothbrush from his online bookstore idea. That's crazy. You have to put yourself in position to educate yourself for when that position is available, you can capitalize on it. And something that I like to think about also is when your ambition meets your vision and your vision becomes your reality, anything is possible. When you're working towards your goal, you have a vision in your head that you're going to do something. You have a vision that you're going to be able to change the world. You have to put the work in. And when you put the work in, your dream, sometimes dreams are things that are never going to happen. But if you put work in and you put ambition and you put time and you put perseverance into the mix, who's going to stop you when you have God on your side? You have the almighty, powerful, all-knowing God with you. And in that scope, people are gonna see you working towards your goals and they're gonna be like, good shit, keep going, keep doing the things that you need to do more of that. But as soon as you achieve those goals, as soon as you have to sacrifice time, as soon as you're not able to allocate your most important resource, which is your time, to that person and give them time, energy, all these things, they're gonna start to revere you. They're gonna start to hate you. It's so weird how people are so happy for a man that is working towards himself and being better, but as soon as he gets to that pinnacle, he gets to that top where they couldn't reach, all of a sudden people love to hate. You will realize that if you watch sports, it doesn't matter how good you do. If you mess up even the little minimal amount, if you're LeBron James and you don't score a 30-point triple-double every night, you're washed. If you took 24 shots and you only hit 13, you're not good enough. Nothing is enough for people who are watching every little action you do. You know, if you put a person from the couch in an NBA game and gave them 10 shots and they hit one, all of a sudden they're gonna be like, that was awesome. It doesn't matter. You have to realize that people are always gonna pick on you. People are always gonna see the little thing about you that they can pick on because it makes them feel a little bit better. If I go and I see LeBron James miss, I'm like, oh, he sucks. What am I gonna do? If LeBron James played against me, LeBron would hit everything. And that's the thing about people, is they don't see the sacrifice that people do and make to get to that 1% of human beings. They don't see that. And that's the thing about God. And when you look at the story of Jesus Christ, Jesus walked on his path. Jesus did the things that he wanted to do, and Jesus succeeded in his mission. It didn't matter. Jesus succeeded in his mission and people hated him. He was literally crucified, the worst, grueling, painful death possible. He was whipped. He was spit on. Everybody was hating him. Everybody hated everything that he did. Every move that he made, no matter if it was for the betterment of other people, he literally took food, split it, and multiplied it for thousands. He was still hated on, and he completed his mission. And it's something that you need to realize, is that sometimes when you allocate time and resources to people and help them, it doesn't matter how much you do for them, they're still gonna not think it's enough. It's in human nature. And once you understand that nature and biology are a part of our life, you can unlock that other eye that you've had closed. Sometimes you're gonna give time and energy to all people but yourself. You're just gonna drain yourself. The thing that I love about the Bible is the Bible drops gems. The Bible drops little things that you can put and implement into your life. Jesus always has talked about in the Bible is to prune your tree. Cut off branches that are not serving you. Cut off things that you are watering that are not giving you exactly what you want. If you want to be successful, if you want to make money, you have to cut off things like video games. You have to cut off things like pornography. You have to cut off things like eating bad. You have to cut off things like going to sleep late. There's so many things that you need to change about your life. Being selfish about yourself is not a bad thing. You have to do what is best for you. No one is truly going to dictate how you live your life except for yourself. Once you understand that you are the person in the driver's seat, you are the person with the pen on the pad, you are going to do these things, you will succeed. Every time that when I was younger, I remember people would label others as weird. They didn't label them as weird because they were really weird. They were labeled as weird because instinctually they were identified something that they were not used to. Weird is not a bad thing. Stand out from people. Stand out from people because that means attention is on you. If attention is on you, you're doing something right. Sometimes attention is on you for doing something bad. Well, who gives a shit? You mess up, live, learn. You have to figure out that you are going to do things for God. You are going to do things that empower you as a Christian. You're going to do things that empower you as a man, a woman, whatever you identify as. You are going to do things for yourself, and you're going to be the best version of yourself. Because if you're the best version of yourself, who's going to stop you? Who realistically is going to stop you from being the best version of yourself other than you? No one is holding your two hands together. You can do whatever you want to do, and you are going to succeed at it. I tell myself that all the time, and where I was a month ago, where I was a year ago, I'm the best version of myself at the moment, because the best time is the time right now you have. And that's kind of the message that I want to imply and get across, is you can do whatever you want. People are literally making millions and thousands of dollars from selling information that they found online for free. And it's working because people are afraid to take action. If you can't take action, don't expect a good reaction. Understand that action is the key to making great things happen. And God is here for you. God is here for you every step of the way. God was literally persecuted, spit on, hated, and he did everything he wanted to do on his time on earth. He was only 33. That might not be right, but he was only 33 and he did what he wanted. Understand that time is now. If you're 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, it doesn't matter that there's a kid 16 years old making more money than you. Stop looking behind. Stop looking at other people. Look inward. Look at your intrapersonal thoughts. You can do it. You can find any avenue you want, and you can be the best version of yourself. Go out there today, make things happen, and be the best version of yourself. I love you, family. Let's do this. Let's do this. We can be the people we want to be. Have the social mindset of looking at others as your brothers and sisters. You don't look at a person in hatred. You don't look at a person like that. No, no, no. We got to be the best versions of ourselves. Have a great day. Do what you need to do today to make yourself a better man tomorrow, better woman tomorrow. Let's go out there and be great. Let's do this.